This is Rogers TV.
Welcome to Uxbridge Scugog Life. So, I'm going to start the show off a little bit with some personal stuff. You can see me at the Farmers Market, Uxbridge Farmers Market on Sundays. I'm doing readings there from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also, energy healing sessions. And I have a new thing that I'm offering right now too, is personalized meditation, where I do an audio recording to help you to heal or whatever you're wanting to create in your life. So you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. Now, on with the show. This is going to be an absolute fabulous show. We're first going to be talking to Nancy Dolan, and she is all about fun. Candy, ice cream, go-karts, laser tag, fun for the whole family. And we also have a family dog mediator, Julie, who's going to be on the show. It's going to be fabulous. Keep on watching. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Bless you.
Hello, I'm Judy Tate, host and producer of At the Heart of Business. Join me each week as we speak with women in business about their challenges and their successes. At the Heart of Business, right here on Rogers TV Durham.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Nancy Dolan in the house, who is from Coboconk. Go-kart and ice cream, but they are so much more than go-kart and ice cream, yet already that just speaks of so much fun. So does your outfit. Nancy, when you walked in, I'm like, this is a package of fun, just walking in the house here. So you have been running this business in Coboconk for how many years?
This is our 8th summer, and we're the 5th owners.
Oh, okay. And I just feeling your energy and getting to know you, you would have taken this business to a whole new level of fun.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
For 60 years, it was nothing but ice cream, go-karts, and mini-putt.
Okay,
Now
so tell us, what are the other things that you have there now?
So we have a full store of goodies. I make frozen meals to go. I make lots of things, but the fun thing is all kinds of crazy pops that you can't get here.
Okay, I love it, because we have some of those displayed here. I have never seen these different crushes going on.
Yeah.
And so the different types of crushes and different types of pops, and you have like elephant popcorn and honey and sauces and pop rocks. You have candy that it's not always easy to find these days, right? It's so unique.
That's my kind of philosophy. Before this business, I was in candy for almost 40 years, and if it was available everywhere, I didn't want it. So even though we're in a destination place, people come for fun, I want them to have fun. I want them to get the treats that they normally get. So you just can't find these things everywhere. They're a little more common than they were when I started bringing them in, but they're things from all over, and that's why you can't find them here.
I love it.
Yeah, so we have something for everyone.
Yeah, you not only attract the families, like this is an all ages type thing, because the items that people would see, it's like, oh, I remember when I was a kid.
Yes, and people say, oh, kids must love your place. Yeah, big kids do too.
Yeah, we all have a kid within us. Okay, you have more than just mini putt and the go-karts. Tell us
Yes.
the other features that you have.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so new this year, we went from 9 holes. For 60 years, it was 9 holes, and it was in need of repair. It's a country bumpkin mini putt in the sense that even after it's been all renovated and everything, there's no dinosaur tails to slide down. But I do have dinosaurs out there.
Okay, very cool.
But I have a spinner that it's called Mischief Golf. So you want a mini putt normal, or you spin the wheel and you can, and it'll tell you golf crazy, something silly. And so yeah, it's a lot of fun, and people just love it. So it's 18 holes, a gorgeous plush turf.
Nice.
And we did a billiards table as a mini putt. So that is so
very
much fun. So you
cool.
get a full, so they're golf balls instead of pool balls, and you get the triangle, and there's 6 holes. Anyways, that's a riot.
That's
and
fun.
then, so that's new this year. And the other thing that is new is laser tag.
Oh,
we have
I love laser
extreme
tag.
laser tag in the bush. And then for younger ones that, maybe don't want to be in the bush and the bugs, out in one of our fields. And then we have a thing called paddle smash. I don't know if you've heard of paddle
I've
smash.
never heard it.
It was
Is it
actually
when you hit
on
the gophers?
it.
Where like they pop up and you smash them? Is it that thing?
No, and it was on Shark Tank, and so it's a
Okay.
new thing. It's a combination of smash net and paddleball, or pickleball. Sorry, pickleball.
Oh, I like pickleball.
Yeah. So
Okay.
pickleball is like getting huge.
Oh yeah, they even
But-
have shoes. Specific
yes.
pickleball shoes
Oh,
now,
yes, and
like the
pickleball
championship
clothes.
pickleball. Yeah. Okay,
I
sorry to
know.
interrupt. Okay,
Yeah.
so
and then we have cornhole.
Oh,
and then
fun.
I have a pavilion that we've put up, a pavilion that's specifically for people that want to have more privacy when they're having a party. And it's all decorated with the go-kart theme, and centerpiece, the whole 9 yards. And then, but the best part is, so people come, they want a go-kart, they want a mini putt, they want to do the different activities for their party, but sometimes it's busy, and even though it's a party, we kind of have to fit them in through the crowd. So there's no downtime for their party because we have all these yard games, giant yard games. So, dice that's like this big, to play Yahtzee and Farkle, and men that are this big to play Sorry, and
fun.
and Connect Four, and you name it. I probably have 25 games, and they get unlimited use of those things for their
so
group.
fun for a party, or
Yeah.
even just like, even if it's not a birthday party, a family get together. Family get
Exactly,
together, family
exactly.
reunions. Something,
Yeah,
yeah,
and they have
Or
their
an adult
private
one.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all new this year, and we're just hoping for great weather every
Yay.
day all summer long.
Okay, so and everything's outdoors, right?
Everything's outdoors.
Other than your candy shop.
Even sitting. So
okay.
when we got the place, it was ice cream and go-karts and mini putt, and the whole inside was seating, like a ice cream parlor, you get your thing. But I just felt that sometimes it gets too busy,
Yeah.
and it's not that comfortable if people are weaving around you while
Right.
you're trying to enjoy. And I
Right.
thought, in Canada, we are stuffed inside our homes all winter long. It's beautiful. Get outside.
Let's get outside.
So all my seating is outside now.
Fabulous. All right. So the website for people to check out so they can come and see you is
Cobeconk, go-karts, and the word and,
Ice cream.
icecream.com. And carts is spelt with a K.
with a K. We'll have that at the bottom of the screen. So thank you so much. We'll be back for more on Uxbridge Scugog Life. Stick around.
Jean-Marie! Fire! The neighbor's farm is on fire. It's almost to the road. It's heading for us.
Help me get the animals out of the barn!
The fire's getting closer.
I'm on the
The
horse!
house is burning.
Get out to the river! Get up! to a spark.
His hair's on fire.
Keep their hair wet.
In May 1870, fires raged along the Saguenay River for more than 150 kilometers, destroying land and lives. One family survived by dousing themselves all night against the searing heat. One family, among the thousands whose resourcefulness and courage shaped the character of this land.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Julie Hayes in the house, who is a trainer, behavior consultant, and family dog mediator. And her business is called Dog Happy Teammates. Yep. I wanted to make sure I got it right. So I'm definitely reading my notes here.
You got it.
It's so great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
So you were recommended to me from one of my personal training clients, and she was raving about you and this concept of family dog mediation. Mm-hmm. So I know you do more than that because you are a dog trainer. You have a puppy school, so behavior consultation. So when families are having issues with a certain behavior, is that where you're applying the family dog mediation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Traditionally, what we do as trainers and behavior consultants is we get calls, we go in, and then we automatically want to go into training mode or behavior modification. And family dog mediation, what it does is it actually has us step back a bit and go in and speak to our clients more about what's the reason behind the behavior? What's the actual behavior serves a function. So when our dog is behaving some way, instead of just going in to immediately attempt to change it or modify it, more effective measures would be to try to understand what is that behavior telling us, what's our dog communicating to us, mm-hmm. and then in turn we can come in with a wealth of knowledge and experience that we get from the Family Dog Mediation Professional course, which is rooted in applied ethology, and we could revisit that term if you want later in the show, but essentially there's a model in which we see behavior through. It's called LEGS model. Kim Brophy created the LEGS model. It's integrated science, and it essentially is the lens in which we see behavior through, so that we can actually go into a client's home and family dog mediation representing building the bridge sort of thing between the human and the dog.
Okay. So just because this example is like right in my face right now, so I have a lot of stuff going on within my house. My house is in disruption. There was floods. I have big industrial fans going on. And my dog, I noticed he had diarrhea, one of them, and stole a sponge and chewed it all up, got into my Tupperware bin, started chewing that up. I'm like, he's got some anxiety going on. And so now I can directly correlate that with what has been going on in the house, what's going on within me. Yeah. But there's also different scenarios where there's maybe a family member or a dog owner is having an issue with the way a dog is behaving, but it could be based on their genetics, right? What they've been bred to do. Yeah.
So that takes us to the LEGS model itself. So the easiest visual for the LEGS model is it represents basically the four legs of our dog. Okay. Learning, environment, genetics, and self. So yes, we need to, genetics doesn't, it's not predictive of behavior, but it can certainly give us an idea as to what our dog might be experiencing and why that behavior might be taking place in the first place. Okay. So we always want to look with the idea of taking all four of those legs into account, and then what we're looking to do is balance those legs out. So the learning piece is everything that our dog has learned and experienced up to that point, whether through their own learning, through just observation and experiences in life, or through our learning, what we've attempted to teach them. Environment is literally their external environment, what's going on in their home, right? Anxiety-provoking, potentially, visitors coming in, kids, you name it, lots of different things, including their environment outside, wherever they are, their external environment. Genetics, what were they traditionally born to do? What did we create? What did we select when we selected for those particular traits to be in a dog to do the job that they did when they, were our working companions? And then self. That's the internal world of our dog. Age, personality, sex, health, all of those things is the self. Yeah, so we take all those things into account to then look at why a behavior is happening and what is our dog actually trying to communicate to us through that behavior.
Right, and then from there, that's where you come up with a plan to say, okay, so how can we modify this behavior? What can you do as an owner to help provide whatever's missing, or whatever can create that calm again, that safety.
So you said the key word there, missing. Sometimes behavior is actually just a missing component of our dog's life. So let's just say, for example, we have a terrier. Let's just say, for example, and again, just because the dog is a terrier, or I refer to a terrier, doesn't mean all terriers will do this. There's going to be nuances and differences in each individual dog, but let's say our terrier is having a really difficult time with a certain behavior, but they don't get a lot of time to do terrier-like things, but they'd like to, and they show us that through their behavior. They may be digging in the backyard, but they may be getting in trouble for digging in the backyard, which is adding a layer of anxiety
and terriers
to a natural need.
Right, they're the hunters. They
need to go kill vermin, right?
Right.
So, and again, we speak they loosely, but generally we created them for that. So at the end of the day, what we can do is that missing word is we can fill in the missing link to what they may innately need. We can give them opportunities to take that behavior and express it. Yeah. And then what oftentimes happens is the quote unquote behavior problem that we humans have decided is a behavior problem actually goes away. And so we're not we don't always have to look at training or behavior modification. There's nothing wrong with either one of those. It's just that we need to take a more overall view of what's going on with the dog so we can actually look at solving the problem at the root.
Okay, so we're going to talk more about solving the problem at root and maybe some more examples to help you and your family pet. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Julie Hayes, and she is from Dog Happy Teammates. And we've been talking about family dog mediation. So just before the break, you were giving an example about a terrier digging in the garden. And so I would love some more examples. Yeah, sure. Maybe a couple different types of breeds. Yeah. And what do you do?
Yeah. So another example might be you get a call that a dog is barking every time guests come over, let's say. Well, let's take a look at who that dog is, first of all. Let's take a look at what family they come from of the 10 genetic breed groups. And let's say it's a guardian dog. Well, it's perhaps that guardian dog feels the need to guard because originally that's what they did. They let us know when someone was coming into either our territory, whether it be land territory or our home territory. And so they're actually executing their job. Now, We can mitigate against that when they're puppies. If we bring them home when they're puppies, we can mitigate against that by really pairing the experience of someone coming into our home with good things, and they don't necessarily need to engage in that instinct if they feel that need to engage in that guarding instinct. And if we bring them home later in life, we can actually convey to them that we've got it. It's okay, I've got this covered, so you don't need to do the guarding thing, and we can do that through kindness. So instead of, for example,
don't bark!
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So instead of telling them to don't behave that way, what we can then do is we can look at the behavior and we can go, oh, okay, so they're trying to tell us that, and they believe this is what I was born to do, people. So they're doing it. So instead, we can go, you know what? Thanks so much for doing that for me, letting me know that you see someone or you hear someone coming up the driveway. I got it from here. I can take it from here now. And so what that does is it bridges that gap between us as an individual human having this other species in our home. Understanding changes everything. Understanding is the key. So if we can understand why our dogs behave the way they do based on more information, and then we can, at that point, we can stop looking at everything through labels of behavior problems.
Right.
And we can start actually meeting their needs, which will essentially meet our needs as well.
Yeah, we need to do that because we can change our thought process. We're going to change our own internal energy.
Yes.
And it's that energy that the dog is like, oh, and you're like, stop. And they're like, oh my goodness.
It's friction, right?
Right.
It's constant friction. And if we really want to have harmony, if we can just take a step back, I mean, at the end of the day, they are much more than what we've come in our society to refer to them as pets. They're biological animals. And they are it's a dodgy word to use, but it's true. They are captive, domesticated animals. So if you look at 80% of the world's dog population is actually still free roaming. Essentially, they may have homes they go sleep and eat at, but generally speaking, they're free roaming. So our dogs have very limited choices. We decide a lot of things for them. So at the end of the day, if we can look through the lens of empathy and compassion, take some time to really step back and understand they're much more than a pet. They're a biological animal and they have intuitions and innate needs, then we can go forward through that lens, which also brings us that peace of mind we were just referring to. So yeah.
Okay.
It's quite a beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you changed the behavior of families and then their dogs.
Yeah,
right?
It's an expectation switch. I really think about it in terms of our expectations. I mean, if we rewind, 50, 60 years, for the most part, dogs still did have very much more autonomy than they do now. The last 50 years, so it's almost generationally, there's a lot of people who have born into this world, and the only thing they've known is dog equals pet.
Right.
Well, for 10 to 40,000 years, dog did not equal pet.
Right.
Right.
You know, like when I have, I have traveled to some other poorer countries, and you see the dogs just running around everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I was experiencing someone else who was on vacation, and they were just felt so bad for the dogs. Like, oh my God, they don't have a home. But I actually wasn't seeing it in that way. They were really happy. Every morning at a certain time, these two dogs would go swimming together and come back. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So, it really is a beautiful thing because they are living, they have that autonomy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't really have that much time left. I just had really quick about the whole dog barking thing at the door. So if you have a dog that's like a golden retriever and a cockapoo, just as an example, but I feel like it's like, oh, I need to keep my human safe. Right? So it's going to be the same type of concept everything's okay.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's a really, really important thing to think about conveying to our dogs as consistently and kindly as possible that it's okay. Have their back. understand that they're behaving the way they are for reasons that are more nuanced and complex than we can imagine, but it's not coming from nowhere. They're not barking to annoy us.
Right.
They're you know, so yeah.
I'm sorry, we got to wrap it up. I should have thrown that.
Okay.
But tell me about the book really quick.
Okay, so this book here is Meet Your Dog, Kim Brophy. Kim Brophy created the Applied Ethology Family Dog Mediation Professional course, which is the course I took. And in fact, right now they're actually doing a 50, I think it's 40 or 50% off all the courses. So you can find the book anywhere, Amazon, look it up, Kim Brophy.
And how do they get a hold of you?
Getting a hold of me is dog-happy.ca.
Beautiful. Julie, it was wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Might have to have you on again because I'm sure we could all use some help with some dog training, right? We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Karim Grant. I'm the host of The Players Corner. Season 2 is coming right at you. Make sure you stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting guests right here on Rogers Durham TV. Make sure you're there.
Hi, my name's Scott Dennis, host of the Sports Report here on Rogers TV Durham. Do you love sports? So do I, and we're talking about it anywhere from the Oshawa Generals to college, university to amateur sport. Make sure you tune in here, only on Rogers TV Durham.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. What a great show! So lots of information and definitely going to Cobo Conk for a family fun day or an adult fun day would be absolutely fabulous. So at the end of the show, I pull a card. I did it just before we started filming from my Akashic Tarot deck. Whenever you're watching this is going to be the message for you. And so I'm just going to put it up to the camera here. So we have the diversity card. 5 of Scrolls. The message that wants to come up for this particular card today has to do with the, there's a lot of, we've gone through a lot. We've had a lot of learnings throughout our lifetime. There's a whole bunch of books that are in this image, which is making me think of learning. There's also these scrolls. I feel like there's going to be various opportunities that are going to come up for us to diversify, for us to expand from the knowledge into areas that we might not have even thought of going, but the opportunities are going to be there, and it's going to be time to take that and go with it. Now, if you're interested in a one-on-one session with me, you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. You can also connect with me on my social media platforms, Instagram, the.joyful.yogini. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with more next week on Uxbridge Scugog Life. Bye.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord, Downey, and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together we are sharing secret paths and other